Tonight, connecting the Twin Ports to the Twin Cities. There's a renewed focus on a rail system aiming to do just that, why they need $40 million to do it. And the back and forth continues. The former owner of the Cozy Bar is hoping to save the historic building from the wrecking ball, why it will be an uphill battle. Plus, moving forward, the Wisconsin National Guard unveils a new plan to better address sexual assault within the ranks.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Kristen has the night off tonight. A proposal to connect the Twin Ports and the Twin Cities heads to the state capitol again this year. Project leaders are requesting $40 million to make the Northern Lights Express a reality. CBS3's Caitlin Moffitt is in studio for us explaining what the money will be used for. Caitlin.
Yeah, Tony, the proposed route would use 152 miles of the existing BNSF railway track and would make 4 round trips per day between the Twin Ports and Twin Cities. This legislative session, project leaders say they'll be bringing good news with them to the Capitol. What started as a $1 billion project was slashed in half thanks to a partnership with Amtrak. Amtrak will be taking over the train once the project is complete. A chunk of the $40 million being requested would be used to build a third main track between Duluth and St. Paul and fix the drawbridge between Duluth and Superior. NLX leaders say they're hopeful about the request.
We're on cycle. We had nothing last year. We're very confident that this is going to be an aggressive bonding measure both in the House and Senate and certainly from the governor's office. And we feel that Northern Lights Express is a worthy project and can be in the bonding bill.
Representative and Transportation Division Chairman Frank Hornstein said the Minnesota House is on board with the NLX project. Now, Representative Mary Murphy of Hermantown has supported the project from the beginning, and she says she will be actively pushing for the funding this session. While we don't know how long before the NLX construction will get underway, project leaders already have their sights on a new addition, which brings in more connections, and I'll tell you more on that coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 10.
Thanks, Caitlin. Well, there will be plenty of other hot topics debated in St. Paul beginning tomorrow. The political climate as the session opens Tuesday suggests there will be little headway made on divisive issues such as gun safety and recreational marijuana. However, there could be progress helping diabetics who struggle to afford insulin. The session is expected to focus on finding a compromise on a public infrastructure projects bill that would close the big gap between what members of each party wants to spend. With the Democratic control in the House and Republican control in the Senate moving forward, any legislation could prove to be difficult. The future of the Pastorate Terrace building is before the Duluth City Council tonight. They'll once again be expected to vote on a resolution that could potentially lead to the building's demise. CBS3's John Cardinelli is in the newsroom for us tonight with more. John.
Tony, tonight the Duluth City Council will vote on a resolution to authorize a contract agreement to demolish the former Cozy Bar in downtown Duluth. City councilors considered a demolition contract last month, but sent it back to city administration. The city had a contract with Rachel Contracting LLC for the demolition of the building worth $148,683. On January 27th, they decided to send the contract back to city administration due to a district court-imposed stay on the building pending an appeal from the former owner. According to City Councilor Eric Forsman, the demolition could be put on hold if the former owners put up $50,000 to continue their appeal. That would delay the demolition process. Forsman says the former owners would have up until demolition to pay that bond. According to Forsman, as of this afternoon, that $50,000 has not been paid. The Cozy Bar has also made news recently as bricks had been falling from the building onto the sidewalk. The city has put up orange fencing around the building. The council meeting starts tonight at 7, and tonight at 10, Tony, I'll break down what happens at the meeting.
All right, looking forward to that. John Cardinelli live for us in the newsroom tonight. Thanks, John. The Duluth Police Department is once again putting its focus on mental health. The Duluth City Council is expected to vote on a $200,000 grant tonight. It would fund the department's mental health unit, which includes a police officer working with people experiencing a mental health crisis. The first grant was awarded in February of 2018. In the DPD mental health unit's first year and a half, they responded to 278 referrals. The grant comes from the Department of Public Safety's 2020 Community Justice Reinvestment Grant. Two presidential campaigns are asking for a recanvass of some precincts in Iowa. This comes after it took nearly a week to determine a winner from last Monday's caucuses in the state. The Sanders and Buttigieg campaigns have filed requests for the recanvassing of a total of 143 precincts. If the recanvass is approved, the Iowa Democratic Party will analyze the requested precincts to correct any inconsistencies between the reported results and their official record of results from caucus night.
In this caucus, our work is not done. Despite the challenges we faced, together we will see this through to completion.
Early results showed Buttigieg is the very narrow winner over Bernie Sanders. All right, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Dave, I saw the sun out there for a little bit today. Overall, not a bad day, though.
Not a bad day and not a bad weekend. Southern Minnesota got a foot of snow, and we had peaks of sunshine. Well, today, those peaks fading away as a small low-pressure system skirts along the Canadian border. It's kicking up a 30% chance for snow showers overnight tonight till about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Our day planner for tomorrow then tells us that when we get up and out the door, those flurries could still be sticking around. Low temp will be around 12 degrees above zero. Getting towards lunchtime, we might get a little break in the clouds there, a bit of a partly sunny sky peeking out for a little while, and temperature near 20. Coming back home later on, mostly cloudy as clouds fill back in, high temp 25. Those filling in clouds come from a new low pressure system behind this little one here tonight that could bring a couple of inches of snow on Wednesday. We'll talk about that and the cold snap to follow the light snow. All of that, yeah, in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A Mackinac man is behind bars after police say he shot at someone from a vehicle. The St. Louis County Sheriff's Office received a report from a person driving on Town Line Road in rural Mackinac around 5 o'clock this morning. The driver says they were shot at by another driver. Authorities said the victim was not hit. Law enforcement responded to the area and found the suspect with a vehicle matching the description. The sheriff's office says the two people involved did not know each other and said it was a random act of violence. Charges are expected later this week. An update to a story we first brought you last night. We're learning Virginia fire officials are calling a house fire suspicious. The fire broke out around 7:45 last night near 3rd Street North and North 2nd Avenue West. Nobody was home at the time. No word on exactly how much damage was done, but the home appears to be destroyed. The fire marshal is investigating. They weren't able to share why they believe this fire was suspicious. Meanwhile, Iron Range fire crews also responded to a Chisholm bar last night. Friends of the Northland Firewire reports there was a small fire at Tom and Jerry's bar. The fire was quickly knocked down. No word on how much damage was done or what caused the fire. The fire marshal's office is investigating. A Pine City man has died when the car he was driving hit a tree. The crash happened near Mission Creek Township just south of Hinckley around 7 o'clock last night. State troopers say the 82-year-old was headed south on I-35 when his car went off the road. He died at the hospital. The Wisconsin National Guard is moving forward with a plan to better address sexual assault, harassment, and retaliation allegations within its ranks. Governor Tony Evers approved the plan today. It comes after a federal review detailed systematic failures in the way the Guard handles sexual misconduct cases. Evers says the plan will be a complete overhaul. It calls for ensuring proper reporting, investigation, accountability, and support for survivors. It was one of the biggest hacks in U.S. history, and now the Justice Department says spies from the Chinese government were behind it. Nearly 145 million Americans had their personal information stolen in the massive 2017 hack of credit monitoring service Equifax. The Justice Department says operatives working for China's People's Liberation Army are responsible and announced 4 indictments today. The indictment says in a single breach, the PLA obtained sensitive and personally identifiable information for nearly half of all American citizens. In a statement, Equifax says cybercrime is one of the greatest threats facing our nation today. At the moment, China is not handing over the accused hackers, and the Justice Department admits there's little chance the 4 men will ever be arrested. Closer to home, Wildwood's Wildlife Rehabilitation is almost ready to reopen its doors, but the organization needs your help to do it. In 2019, the group had to shut down while waiting on a new permit. They've received it, but it limits the number of people who can work at the facility. The DNR granted them 10 shelter assistant positions, but Wildwood says they need 30 in order to care for all the orphaned and injured animals. They're asking people to call the DNR and voice their support, hoping they'll be able to return to a full staff. The group says they can't reopen until they know they have enough staff to properly care for the animals. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, there's a Northland tie to last night's Oscar ceremony. What is it? We'll tell you. We'll have the details coming up in just a minute.
Temperature-wise, the high temp hit 25, just a hair warmer than 23. By late week, we're going to have a cold spell, sending things towards 25 below. We'll talk about what's coming around in between, coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Everything is on sale, plus no interest financing until 2023 during our President's Day sale at Home Furniture. This sofa with throw pillows is now just $5.99 and free shipping when you spend $4.99 or more. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Being a disabled veteran and to have a tooth pain on top of severe PTSD will take you down in the dump. After several denials, when I went to Aspen Dental, they gave me a free exam, free x-rays. The doctor comes in and he's like, you are in pain, so we're going to get you taken care of. I had no insurance.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to flexible hours and payment options. Yes to 30% off dental services. And yes, we'll take care of you no matter what. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
Before my RFA procedure, I used to have a hard time falling asleep. There's no reason why anyone should live with pain when it can be fixed so easily.
Kelly Culver, a certified nurse practitioner, brings 6 years of experience to fall general surgery and is taking appointments now.
This Valentine's Day, Numi Jewelers is featuring 2 ways to a woman's heart. A real rose trimmed in pure 24-karat gold that lasts forever, and a pendant necklace for just $99. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Okay, here we go.
Small-town America, dreams hold fast, but good jobs seem like a thing of the past, and more of our kids have to leave in search of opportunity, making small towns smaller. Mike Bloomberg knows a little something about opportunity. As a business leader and mayor, he created hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs, so he intends to finally invest in our infrastructure and partner with community colleges to prepare the next generation for next-generation jobs. Because small towns still have big dreams, and Mike intends to fight for them.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Okay, we're done.
Home World Rugs Progressive Rug Sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $500 off sale prices on any rug, $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color rug on sale now. Up to 56% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale at Home World Rugs.
Come Monday night, I'll be saying the weekend was way too short. And the work week is gonna be a long one.
I'm so tired, I'm gonna cry.
You cry like a girl. What I need is an hour of laughs.
He's my friend. Best friend. Okay, look. Slow down a little bit there.
It's a full hour of funny. A new neighborhood, followed by a new Bob Arts Abishola. Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Down south this weekend, yeah, indeed, places like Rochester got upwards of 12 inches of snow. Here in our neck of the woods, thanks to a protective high-pressure system. But the most exciting thing we got was a little freezing fog here this morning. And this picture coming out of Hermantown from Heather Mose shows that, yeah, even freezing fog can be a beautiful thing. Now, we've got some real snow coming our way tonight, maybe just a couple of flurries, but the better chance of snow will hit us on Wednesday when we could accumulate about 1, 2, maybe even 3 inches. But first, we'll focus on the here and now. The here, that's a live picture of Ely behind, where it looks all right. A couple of flurries are possible there tonight as well. And the here then and the now includes the current conditions out of the airport in Duluth, 23 degrees, cloudier sky. Wind southwesterly 9 miles per hour, and our barometric pressure 29.97, 74% for the relative humidity. Current regional temperatures on the warmer side. We're looking at low to mid-20s for much of northern Minnesota, even upper 20s as you get towards Moose Lake. And we're looking at anywhere from 24 to 27 in northern Wisconsin, with the 24 being found in Hayward, 27 towards Superior, and upper 20s in the Upper Peninsula. One exception, of course, it's a little bit cooler up to Gunflint, 19 degrees there. Low temperatures tonight, probably in the teens for many of us here, maybe a little bit cooler towards the border. And bottom line is that by the border here, we have our best chance for snow showers tonight as a small trough of lower pressure passes by. It is kicking up a 30% chance for flurries region-wide, so don't be too surprised if you see any of that activity in the UP or Wisconsin or even south of the Duluth area. But I don't think this round is going to add up to much. And then for tomorrow, as we'll be caught in between lower pressure systems, I think the flurry chance goes away, though we'll hold on to the clouds. It'll be cloudy but dry for tomorrow. And getting into Wednesday, that's a different story coming to call here. It's a slightly bigger low from the west that'll be bringing us an 80% chance of snow. And I do think on Wednesday, the snow totals could look like this around the area, about an inch or two, no matter what town you pick. And towards the snow belt might be in the 3-inch range. Now let's fire up the range of temperatures tonight in Minnesota with our forecast, which calls for indeed low temps to go as cool as the single digits from border country down towards the Mesabi range and into the Vermilion as well. And then about 10 to 13 for the rest of Minnesota and the 30% flurry chance, which spills into Wisconsin and Michigan. Low temps there a little bit warmer, 13 to 16 above. And I'm saying above now because later this week we'll be talking about those numbers below. Tomorrow, daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, cloudier sky, 25 to 27 degrees. Mostly cloudy in Minnesota as well, with inland highs near 23 and lakeside highs also close to 30. Maybe a couple of places might even crack it by a degree or two. Here's the extended forecast. Anthony, we get calm conditions on Tuesday, high 25, then 80% chance for that light snow on Wednesday. And once that departs, the cold air charges in behind the departing low. Arctic high pressure takes over for Thursday, Friday. High temps 0 to 10 above. Overnight low temps 15 to 20 below. So you'll be shivering for about 48 hours. And by the weekend, we go back towards normal. Mid-20s for highs and at least single digits above 0 for the low temps.
Hey, that's a quick cold snap, though. I don't mind that.
Yeah, when they start to go for 5 to 7 plus days, then they get a little bit tiresome, yeah.
But hey, that and then right back up into the 20s, we'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, it's all about being comfortable and cozy on the North Shore this weekend. Cook County's Hygge Festival kicked off this past weekend and runs through Sunday. The Danish concept of hygge means embracing life's simple pleasures. There's plenty of events happening throughout the week to help you do just that. You can check out our website for the full schedule. The College of St. Scholastica inaugurated their 13th president today. Dr. Barbara McDonald has been serving as the school's president since August. They held the ceremony today to coincide with the Feast of St. Scholastica, a celebration of the college's namesake. McDonald was previously president of the North Hennepin Community College. She had retired from higher education before coming back to lead St. Scholastica.
As I felt it was a calling for me to be the president here, I'm very blessed to have this opportunity, and I deeply believe in the mission of the college as well as the mission that the sisters have, and for me it was coming home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 13th president of the College of St. Scholastica.
Organizers worked to make today's inauguration a zero-waste event featuring locally sourced food and drinks along with compostable table settings. There was a Northland connection to last night's Oscars ceremony. Renee Zellweger won Best Actress for her role as Judy Garland in the movie Judy. Garland, best known for playing Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, hailed from Grand Rapids, Minnesota. The movie Judy highlights her life and storied career. Now, the Judy Garland Museum shared parts of Zellweger's acceptance speech on their Facebook page.
I love Judy Garland.
I love The Wizard of Oz.
Oh my gosh, that's my all-time favorite movie. When I was a kid, I begged my parents, we're from the cities, and I made them drive all the way up to Grand Rapids to go to the Judy Garland Museum. I love Judy Garland, so it was so fun to watch Renee Zellweger win that award. Let's talk about sports. We got a really fun story for your Monday coming up. Our own Ryan Campo is going to show you what it's like to be a UMD hockey ice cheerleader. That's coming up next.
Yamaha and Arctic Cat snowmobile sale happening now at RJ Sport & Cycle.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From wastewater to surface water, and Minnetonka to Superior. Discover how the University of Minnesota is protecting our state's most precious resource.
If it's time for adventure, then consider a two-wheeled ride from the place of the best selection of new and used Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Harley-Davidson Sports Center. We offer local, low-rate financing and, for a limited time, make no payments for 90 days, even if your credit is somewhere in the middle. Visit Harley-Davidson Sports Center, Highway 53 and Stebner Road, Duluth, or hdduluth.com for details.
Harley-Davidson Sports Center, the dealer that makes the difference.
I guarantee you, if your home just burned to the ground or you had a major accident, your first thing you're going to think about, it's not going to be, I just saved $500 on my auto and home insurance today. It's going to be, am I covered? At Vernon Insurance Agency, our first, second, and third goal is that you understand your coverage, there's no gaps in coverage, and your claims are covered when you have them. Call Vernon Insurance Agency today, 218-384-3970.
If you love to fish, hunt, boat, camp, or travel, or you love anything to do with the outdoors, you'll want to make your way down to the great family getaway at the Duluth Sports Show and Northland Deer Classic. See the newest RVs and boats. If you can cast it, ride it, wear it, sleep in it, or float on it, it's here. Bring your calendar and book your next family vacation at the many resorts and lodges. Fun for the entire family starts Wednesday at the Deck in Duluth. MinnesotaSportsShow.com.
You know what President Trump needs in Congress? More people with Wisconsin common sense, like Tom Tiffany. Tiffany will help Trump drain the swamp with tough term limits. He has a plan to cut red tape on job-producing industries like logging and mines, rolling back Obama's overreach. And Tiffany is serious about finally passing the balanced budget amendment. A Wisconsin original. Tom Tiffany, conservative Republican for Congress. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I had varicose veins removed with Dr. Paul. The procedure was a lot faster than I thought it would be. No pain whatsoever. When I go to bed at night, my legs no longer hurt.
Kelly Culver, a certified nurse practitioner, brings 6 years of experience and is taking appointments now.
At Super One Foods, we go to great measures to deliver you with top quality meat every day. Try our Black Angus boneless Aya Brown roast, only $3.99 per pound, and get 12 ounces of Sugardale sliced bacon for only $2.99. Plus, we provide the best of the best in fresh produce. Get cantaloupe or honeydew melon for just 66 cents per pound, and 6 ounces of fresh blackberries, just $1.66. Through all that we do, we've got you in mind. Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
You have no idea how pumped I am for this, for the love of the game. You've seen them welcome out the UMD men's hockey teams before every home game at Amsoil Arena, but there's a lot of effort that goes into what the UMD Ice Hockey Cheer Squad does to complete the fan experience as well. And CBS3's Ryan Campo takes you behind the scenes.
Dogs on three! 1, 2, 3, dogs!
Dancing, cheerleading, ice skating. That and a heavy dose of coordination is what it takes to become a UMD Ice cheerleader.
Becoming a cheerleader was quite awkward for me, but being surrounded by an awesome team, and once you step out there, it's like you have done it your whole life.
For Daria Gady, she skated her way to Duluth just to be a part of the program.
So my senior year of high school, in April, I found out that I made the cheer team, and that's actually what made my decision to come to UMD. And so, yeah, 3 years later, I'm one of the captains, and it's been a really cool experience.
The squad spends a lot of time together. From classes to practice or even traveling with the team, it intensifies a lifetime bond.
It's kind of like my home away from home. I had friends before I came to school, and I was able to, be able to have a family here without having to, go out and make one.
This family has a grand total of 45 different routines they perform on a weekly basis, but what's really important is connecting with younger Bulldogs.
We kind of like think of ourselves as ambassadors for kids. We've been told so many times that we're great role models for little girls. They'll come to games at Amsoil and they're in their cheerleading outfit and they have their pom-poms from cheerleaders from previous years. And it just makes us so proud that they look up to us and that we can show them what it's like to be a cheerleader and be involved with your school.
I'm now joined with the UMD hockey cheer team. Going to talk about some things that I am actually going to try that they make look so flawless out on the ice. What am I going to do today?
We're going to have you start pretty simple with a lunge. I think you can probably succeed at that one.
Start simple, work your way up, that type of thing?
Work your way up, and we'll probably have you end with a hydro blade so your face is down really close to the ice with that one.
Is that safe for me?
Yeah, oh, you'll be fine.
Should I wear a helmet?
No, maybe a mouth guard. No, I'm just kidding, you're fine.
That was hesitation.
But we could have you try just some simple skating moves, lunge, spiral, and we can see how flexible you are with those.
Let's get to it. And they weren't kidding when they said it would start easy and then get very difficult very fast. But after practicing on the side to getting one-on-one training, I was ready to put my skates to the test. Okay. From a lunge,
like you three do a spiral line, and then you can throw him on the end.
To completing the back end of a spiral.
Good, don't worry.
What? 1, 2.
Gracefully. That went well for all involved. After that, I spent a lot of time brushing off some ice from a couple of failed attempts. Ladies, thank you guys for having me out. It was a lot of fun. You guys make it look so easy what you guys do out on the ice. And the next time you can check out the UMD hockey cheer team is the first weekend in March when St. Cloud State comes to town. So for the cheer team, I'm Ryan Campo.
Okay, I know you're eager to speak, but he clearly fell in there somewhere.
I know.
Why didn't that make the final take?
Well, that's the thing, Campo. I have a bone to pick with you because there's an entire little video in our editing software called bloopers. That I was very tempted to go back and kind of overlay some stuff, but I think he just wanted to show the stuff.
Maybe those will make a Facebook or a Twitter page.
Facebook, Twitter, head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Sorry, Ryan. But yeah, he did pretty well, you have to say.
Yeah, he did better than I probably could. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah. The 144th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is underway in New York City. More than 2,600 dogs from 20 countries will put their looks and skills to the test, but only one pooch will be crowned Best in Show. Backstage, handlers spent the day pampering their dogs, primping the prized dogs to perfection, making for some very pooped pooches. The top dog will be crowned tomorrow. That's always a good time.
That's where Kristen is today.
That's where Kristen is, with Louie, yeah. All right, Dave, we're going to start seeing some flakes fly tonight, huh?
Some towns have already seen them fly, and they're probably not going to add up to much, and it's just a 30% chance, and should be done roughly around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So for Tuesday, rest of the day, mostly cloudy sky, high near 25. 26 will be achieved on Wednesday, along with an 80% chance for 1 to 3 inches of snow, which in turn is chased out of the picture by a big plunge of Arctic high pressure. Cold air comes to call with sunshine, though, Thursday and Friday, and that in turn gives way towards perhaps some flurries for the weekend.
All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 10.